I've recently worked with a horse that misbehaved so badly that it got me on the national news. You know, the ones at 7 p.m. that everybody watches. If you have a horse that gets scared easily, or is afraid to go to a particular place, watch this video until the end. I'm going to show you how to transform your scared horse into a confident one. Every horse eventually gets scared of something or is afraid to go somewhere. However, some horses get scared so often that it makes riding on them quite unpleasant. The good news is that it's possible to fix it. Even if you feel like your horse is naturally scared of everything, there is a way to show him that there is nothing to be afraid of and that he can feel safe with you. Let's take a slow motion look at how I react when my horse gets scared. When my horse gets scared of something and jumps to the side and tries to run away, the first thing I want to do is to stop him. If you have taught your horse to stop reliably and react on the pressure when you pull your reins, it should not be a problem to stop. My mare gets scared, but she's easy to stop. If you are having trouble to stop your horse after he gets scared, getting better at stopping is the first thing to practice. Second thing I do after stopping is that I try to go back to the place where my horse got scared. That will show him that it's safe over there and nothing's gonna happen to him. If he tends to push to the left, for example, I use the pressure of my left leg and my left rein to get him back in line, as you can see it on a picture. Now I'm going to try to walk on a circle as close to the spot where my mare got scared as possible. I keep going around until she gets comfortable, or at least until I see some improvement. Every time my mare gets out of the circle, I have to correct her. If I don't, I'm basically telling her that it's okay for her to misbehave and just go somewhere else. If my mare stops, I immediately urge her to get going again, by tapping her with both my legs. I keep increasing the pressure until she starts going again. As soon as she starts going, however, I immediately release the pressure to let her know she did what I wanted. Another important thing is to correct her when she doesn't go where I want her to. I use my leg and my rein to get her back on track. I correct her every time she tries to go somewhere else, but I also reward her every time by releasing the pressure when she does something right. This way you are basically always telling your horse, okay, now you're doing it correctly, or okay, now I need you to do something a bit differently. Let's take a look at it again in slow motion. When my mare tries to go to the left, away from the spot where she got scared, I'm going to correct her by pressing her with my left leg and by pulling my left rein. My left arm is above her withers and her head is turned to the left, so I'm basically pushing her sideways. I will tell you why that's important later on in the video. As soon as my mare does what I want, I release the pressure, as you can now see. You communicate with your horse by reacting on his behavior, and he answers by reacting on your behavior. When my horse does what I want, I try to make everything as pleasant as possible for him. However, when he doesn't do what I want, I have to do something about it. I have to tell him that it's wrong to do that. And what tells him that something is wrong is the pressure you create with your legs, or by pulling your reins, or by doing both at the same time. The first thing I teach any horse is to move away from the pressure. By applying pressure in various places, I can also not just tell my horse that something is wrong, but I'm also able to tell him what is it that I want. As soon as my horse moves away from the pressure, I release it. That tells him that he did what I wanted. It tells him that if he does what I want and goes away from the pressure, he's going to feel comfortable. This way I can get my horse to go back to the place where he got scared and calm down. Sometimes you can see a big difference in a very short time. However, sometimes it's going to take much longer and your horse might not get fully relaxed even after a long time. However, it's important to not give up until you see at least some improvement. The fact that my mare is now calm around the place where she got scared doesn't mean that my work is done, however. Sometimes your horse might get calm over there while in walk, but then as you transition to trot, he might start getting scared again. So, when you are able to get your horse to calm down in walk, try transitioning to trot and doing a few small circles in the area where he got scared previously. As you were able to see, my mare didn't like the transition and got a bit scared again. In this case, I just correct her the same way as I was doing it in walk. Every time she does a mistake. I again do small circles until she calms down and stops trying to get out of the circle or to stop. While you watch how my mare behaves in other parts of the ring and how I correct her, let me tell you more about this kind of behavior. I believe that a horse can act like this for two reasons. The first reason is that the horse is genuinely scared of something. Horses are like humans, they have all sorts of tempers. Some of them are able to get scared of anything, and in that case there is no point in thinking about whether it makes any sense for your horse to get scared of a little plastic bag. Horses, they perceive things differently, and when a horse feels like something might be dangerous, his natural reaction is to just run away. However, that doesn't mean that it's impossible for him to stop being scared of something after he realizes that it's not something dangerous. And that's what I'm trying to achieve. That's why I repeatedly go to the same place where my horse previously got scared. If your horse really is scared of some particular thing, it doesn't have to take long for him to realize that he doesn't have to be afraid of it. It can take a few minutes, it can take half an hour, or it can take a few days. Showing your horse that he doesn't have to be scared of something and overcoming his fear gives him more confidence in himself and in you as well, which makes it easier for you next time he gets scared. If you try to solve these situations by letting your horse run away from the place where he got scared and then by just avoiding that place in the future, your horse will learn that every time he's unsure of something, he needs to make a decision for himself. If you don't take a leadership role in these situations, your horse will realize he has to be his own leader. Over time, that will turn you from a rider to a passenger, and your horse will just do whatever he believes is the best for him at the moment. And that might be, for example, running away and going under a tree branch to get rid of you sitting on his back. But let's talk about the second reason your horse might behave as you see it in the video. It can simply be that he's trying to gain dominance over you. Most of the horses accept their riders and they pay attention to what their riders want without any problems. However, some horses just look for ways to get rid of their riders and for ways to avoid doing what their rider wants. I believe that this is the case with the mare I'm riding on in the video. She's most likely not really scared, but she's just testing me and wants to gain dominance. Maybe it sounds a bit strange, however what you should do is exactly the same in both cases. It doesn't matter if your horse tries to gain dominance or is genuinely scared. Get back to the place where your horse got scared and go around until he gets relaxed and just sees for himself that there is nothing to be afraid of. If your horse tries to gain dominance, it just shows him that this is not the way to do it. It shows him that this behavior is only going to get him tired and he will still have to do what you want in the end. In these situations, it's important for you to stay calm the whole time. If your horse gets scared but sees that you remain calm, he's going to calm down quicker as well. Horses can always reliably feel whether you are scared or you are not. If your horse just tries to gain dominance, staying calm is also going to help you to get him to accept your leadership sooner. It shows him that even when he tries to challenge you, you remain calm, strong, and decisive. You just have to be more dedicated than your horse. Stay there until your horse calms down and does at least one circle well, considering his current abilities. It doesn't matter how long it will take. Don't feel pressured by time. Your horse is not pressured by time either. It doesn't matter if your horse is genuinely scared or if he's trying to gain dominance. It's almost never going to end with just one scare and you successfully correcting it. Especially if your horse tries to gain dominance, he's going to try everything he can think of. He might jump to the side with his front and wait for your reaction. If he sees that it didn't help him, he might start bucking, rearing, or he might try to run away. Every time he tries something, he's just waiting for your reaction. He's trying if that sort of behavior is going to help him. When your horse misbehaves, it's a form of communication as well. He's basically just asking if it's going to be better for him to just try to shake you off. In these cases, rather than being too harsh, it's really important to react as quickly as possible. Stop as soon as possible, turn around, and go back to the place where your horse got scared or started misbehaving. You can see that I actually don't need to use that much pressure or even a whip to get my mare to do what I want. The key here is to react quickly. I can succeed by reacting as quickly as possible and increasing the pressure until my mare does what I wanted. Equally as important as quick reaction is releasing the pressure as soon as your horse does what you wanted. It's not about using too much pressure and it's definitely not about beating your horse up. I'm not saying I would never use a whip or that it's wrong to use it. With a different horse, maybe I would use it. All I'm saying is that the whip or a touch with the spur should only come after a light and then moderate pressure from just your leg. There is a line between offering your horse a strong leadership and gaining his trust, and between making him scared of you. Trying to overcome your horse's fear of something by even bigger fear of you is never going to get you very far, and it would never give you good long-term results. However, in the same way as it is wrong to use too much pressure, if you are going to let your horse misbehave and if you tolerate it when he doesn't respect your lead, you are going to get yourself in equal trouble. So remember, the key is to react quickly. The quicker you react, the easier it's gonna be to correct your horse. It doesn't matter if your horse gets scared or if he's trying to gain dominance. Either way, he's going to be excited and his adrenaline is gonna be going up. Horses have their physical and mental state very closely connected. If you want your horse to be relaxed mentally, he also needs to be relaxed physically. I can get my horse to relax in walk, trot, or canter by turning his head towards the inside while going on a circle. After your horse stretches his neck to both sides, it's going to be much easier to get him to lower his head. The exact way to get your horse to lower his head is a topic for another video, so I'm not going to talk about it. However, after you get your horse to lower his head, at least to the height of his withers, he's immediately going to calm down and relax. It works automatically and completely reliably. In this moment, I can release my reins and let my horse just walk on a loose rein. If he lifts his head up again, I will ask him to lower it again. I can calm my horse down by doing this. When horses get stressed, it switches their brain to sort of a basic survival mode and it prevents them from learning. It's like humans. If you are scared of something or if someone endangers your children, you are also not capable of much thinking or learning. So, if you want to teach your horse anything, he has to be calm and relaxed. In the beginning of the video, you have seen that if my horse jumps towards the center of the ring, I correct him by pushing him forward and sideways. And also let me tell you why I turn his head towards the inside. One reason is that it helps my horse to calm down, and the other reason is that it makes it easier for him to move sideways, especially when he's not very experienced with it yet. As soon as my horse moves to the side, I release the pressure to let him know that this is what I wanted. That's going to improve the way he's going to react on that type of pressure next time you use it. Another important thing that's going to help you to get your horse to calm down when he acts like this is to make him more tired than usual when he behaves well during the training. I can do that by working with him for a longer amount of time, by riding in faster gaits, or just by riding in slow canter for a few minutes without stopping or slowing down. It's important for the canter to be slow, because fast canter would make your horse even more excited, and that's definitely not something you would want when you are trying to get him tired and calm. Another reason why you should get your horse tired is that it shows him that this sort of behavior didn't bring him anything positive. If you stop riding in the moment when your horse is still fighting with you and is still full of energy, it's going to make him much more likely to try to fight with you next time when you go riding. If you get him tired, he won't be very excited to try to have another fight. Getting your horse tired is also going to get him to calm down, and it will allow you to finish the riding session in a moment when your horse listens to you and when he accepts your leadership. That's actually very important. Sometimes you might feel like the improvement during your actual riding session wasn't very big. However, the full effect and the real improvement it brings will often only show the next day. Every time my horse gets scared and jumps to the side, I react by stopping and going back to the place where my horse actually got scared. It's important to remain calm, be decisive, and consistent. Correct your horse every time he does a mistake. Do circles at the place where your horse got scared until he gets relaxed, or until you see a significant improvement. After your horse calms down in walk, try going around in trot, and stay in trot until your horse gets calm again. Your horse is going to try many different things to get out of the place that he doesn't like, or to gain dominance over you. If you don't manage to correct your horse, he's going to repeat the bad behavior because he will see it as a functioning way to get rid of you. Your horse gets better every time you correct him, and he gets worse every time you don't correct him. Stay consistent and correct your horse every time he misbehaves. I try to get my horse relaxed by stretching his neck to the sides and by lowering his head. Lowering your horse's head will make him relaxed and much more receptive to your pressure. Your horse is going to be burning a lot of energy while behaving like this and trying to gain dominance over you. Make the riding session longer and make sure he gets more tired than usual. You can use calm trot or even slow canter to get your horse tired. Get him tired and he will calm down and become more willing to accept your leadership. Finish the training session on a positive note when your horse listens to you. It will make the next time you go riding much easier. After making this video, I returned this mare to her owner. She worked with her according to this advice, and when I borrowed her again in a few months, the difference was amazing. As you can see, the mare completely calmed down and she doesn't get scared even when we throw a big inflatable ball right above her head. I did not ride on her in the time between filming. If you just follow the principles shown in this video, you can most likely achieve significant improvements as well. If you want to radically improve the relationship with your horse, get the whole training process all the way from the very beginning, all the way to reliably riding without reins. And if you want to become a member of a great community of like-minded people in your area who can help you and to who you can offer your help, listen closely to this video. And of course, if you are not interested in any of those, you can just turn it off. And just a little spoiler. No, I'm not going to be offering something for hundreds of dollars. If that's what came to your mind after you heard what you can get. I realized one thing. I just can't do it all. I'm just one person. I want to help everyone who wants to improve their relationship with their horse. Not just a little. I want you to completely transform your relationship. I want you to feel like, wow, I wasn't even able to imagine it can be this much better. And you know what? I know it can happen to you, and I hope that you would agree that if you had everything you need, you definitely would be able to take your relationship with your horse to a completely new level. I believe that there are 3 things that you really need. The first thing is that you need to understand your horse. You need to know how to tell him that he did something wrong, and you need to know how to tell him that he did something right. You need to be able to tell when he gives you a little threat. You need to know how to see if you have respect, and you need to know how to gain it. If you know even just the basics of how horses communicate, your horse will stop misbehaving, or it's going to be really easy to fix his bad habits. Also, you are going to be able to learn new things much quicker. The second thing you need is to have the whole system. There are 2 mistakes people usually make, and probably everyone did at least one of them at some point. You are either just riding around the ring and not really learning anything new, and in this case your horse usually just gets bored and might start getting worse over time, or you try to progress too quickly. Your horse gets confused, doesn't know what to do, and most likely just gives up on trying to do what you ask, or in the worst case, starts going against you. Having a complete plan with all its steps will allow you to feel great improvements every time you go riding. And the third thing is that you need someone that's willing to help you. Every horse is a bit different, and it's not possible to cover every possible situation in any kind of training. Sometimes you just need personal advice. If you have all these 3, you can completely transform the way you are able to ride in just a few months. You might have heard me talking about these 3 already. There is a new thing in the mix, however. Imagine not just finding new friends who share passion in horses and like to treat horses fairly. Imagine finding people around you ready to help you, or finding people that you can offer your help to. Imagine not just being part of a great community, but always having someone to help. That can be me or someone else who you know can give you a good advice. I call it the Invisible Horse Control Empowerment Association. If you want to become a part of the association, listen up, because here's what you get. Every member of the Invisible Horse Control Empowerment Association gets access to all my training. Yes, that means that you will get complete ground control, trail control, saddle control with training process blueprint, and you are also going to get access to precision. And you are also going to get access to the online horse riding coach. You get access to every video that I have ever made. You also get access to our private Facebook group where you can talk to other members, find friends nearby, offer help, or get help from others. You can also participate in deciding what my next content should be about. Do you have something you are having issues with? Help me decide what should be my next video that I make for you. You get monthly content based on what you want the most. This gives you absolutely everything you need. But now, let's get to the strange part. I want to invite you to become a member of the Invisible Horse Control Empowerment Association and get access to all my training for just $1. Pay just $1 now and get access to hundreds of dollars worth of training, to the online horse riding coach, and to our Facebook group for a full month. If you enjoy being a member, you can remain a member after the 1 month, $1 trial period for just $17 per month. I want to help you first, and that's just my main goal. And if this is going to allow me to help you, then be it. I'm super excited to talk to you inside of the group, hear about your progress, and for you to see my training. If you want to join, just click the button and fill out the secure order form. Within a few minutes, an email with a special link that gives you access to the members area and to all the training, and also to the association group, will arrive in your inbox. Here's a quick look at what you get. You instantly get access to our Facebook and all the members of our association. You can quickly find and connect with the members who live near you. You will never be judged. Everyone in the association is there because they love horses, and we all share our way of treating horses and humans fairly. You will also get access to the members area. To become a member and get all my training, click the button and fill out the secure order form. You'll be instantly emailed a special link that gives you access to the members area and to all the training. As you log into the members area, you will get instructions on how to join our private Facebook group. If you have any issues, our customer support is at standby, ready to help you. Under most circumstances, you will get a solution to any problem within 24 hours. Just write to us at radek@invisiblehorsecontrol.com or on our Facebook page. The membership is paid monthly and you can cancel at any time. Just write me an email on radek@invisiblehorsecontrol.com or write to us on our Facebook page and we will immediately cancel your membership, and you will not be charged any further monthly fees. There is no obligation. You can cancel at any time. And you don't even need to decide right now. Click the button, try it out for a full month for just $1, and if you enjoy, you can remain a member for just $17 per month. Here is what others have to say about the training. And if you want, in the very end of the video, you are also going to see an in-depth look into the members area.
From sunny Australia. My name's Claire and I'm doing this video today as a testimonial to Radek's Invisible Horse Control, which is a series I started with online. I started with the free online videos and realised that I was learning a whole heap of new skills, and my horses were responding really well as well to the new skills that I was learning. So I decided to go ahead and purchase the next stage, and I'm so incredibly happy that I did, because I feel like I've definitely progressed in my level of riding and also in my relationship with my two horses. I've got two gorgeous horses, both incredibly different temperaments though. This little fella here is Loki, and he's a rescue horse. He's very highly trained, great to ride, but he's a very sensitive horse, so very gentle nature. Whereas Mia, my little Brumby mare here, she comes with a whole lot of Brumby attitude as well. So she really, when I first got her, really tried to dominate me, and in some scenarios that was actually a little bit frightening. So I feel like we've come a really long way through the videos that I've been working with, doing the exercises. We're certainly not perfect, far from perfect yet, aren't we, Mia? But we've definitely moved a long way forward, and I have Radek to thank for that, and Invisible Horse Control. So if you're thinking of purchasing, I can definitely recommend, and hopefully, like me, you'll find that your horses respond really well and your skill sets improve, and you get to enjoy your four-legged friends just even that little bit more. So thank you, Radek.
Hi, my name is Marilyn, and this is Victor. He is my 16-year-old off-the-track thoroughbred who I've had since he was about 4 years old. We've had a long journey together. When I look at horse training videos, I like a video that is going to be easy to follow, effective, and also shares the values that I have with regards to respecting the horse, establishing partnership, and not just domination. And I have to say that the videos that I invested in, saddle control, ground control, and precision riding, all offer these qualities. From the get-go, the very first video on ground control, or the first lesson with regards to backing up the horse, even though I've done that before, looking at Redik's method, I have to say that it did make a big difference in terms of Victor's respect for me. And I appreciated the step-by-step process that he goes through to show you every little detail. So I do recommend these videos. They did make a difference, and I hope you give them a try. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Hi, I just got Redik's Invisible Horse Control a few weeks ago, and it has been fantastic. I can't say enough good things about it. I have a plan that I can follow step by step with each one of my horses. Someday I'll be doing half passes thanks to you, Redik. Thank you very much.
After you become a member, you're immediately going to receive access to the members area. And this is how it's going to look when you log in for the first time. When you scroll down, you're going to see thumbnails for all the pieces of content that belong to each of the training systems. So, for example, in saddle control, here are thumbnails for the 4 ebooks and 4 videos that make core of the training. Then there is the training process blueprint with over 44 videos. Then you get ground control that has 4 really big main videos and an ebook. And then you see trail control that's divided into 4 chapters and includes 22 videos and an ebook. You also get precision that has an ebook and a long comprehensive training video. You can access all the training content just by clicking on the thumbnails over here, or you can use the menu on the top. So let's say that you want to start with the ebook for trail control. You can click over here. You will see this page from which you can download the ebook. So just click on the download the ebook, and you can download the ebook, save it into your phone, into your tablet, into your computer, and you can read it anytime. Trail control is great training if you really want to get your horse as reliable as possible while riding on the trail. So it doesn't matter if you ride on a group, or it doesn't matter if your horse gets scared. The point of this training is to get your horse reliable under all circumstances. He still might get scared, but the point is that you will always be able to be in control even after your horse gets scared. You will be able to overcome obstacles and really enjoy riding on a trail without worrying if there is gonna be any animal that will scare your horse, or if you will be rushing, or if he will try to run away with you. You will be able to solve all the common issues that you are likely to encounter on the trail. So in trail control you get the ebook, then you get the 4 chapters. So let's say that you want to watch a video in the 3rd chapter. So I just click on the 3rd chapter over here, and then I can see all the videos that are in the 3rd chapter. So for example, I want to watch a video about riding in a group. Just click on the play button and the video immediately starts playing. You can put it over the whole screen, and if you click on the HD thingy over here, you can choose the resolution. Normally it's just automatic and it plays the best resolution it can with your internet connection. So this is, for example, the video on riding in a group. Then you not only get trail control, you also get saddle control. Saddle control is more about doing more complex and more difficult exercises. You get the 4 main chapters, which each includes an ebook and the video, and you also get a training process blueprint. I'm really excited about the training process blueprint because it basically shows you the whole training process and every exercise that I teach to my horses. When you just look at it, you will always know what should be next and how to learn it. So, for example, let's say that you want to learn the standstill to trot transition. If you know, okay, I really want to learn this exercise, all you need to do is to take a look to the left and to the top, and these are the exercises that you should be able to do before you try to learn the standstill to trot transition. So you can just see, if you know that you know all of them, you can just click over here, and there will be a short video that's going to show you everything about the standstill to trot transition. How to teach it to your horse, how is it gonna look when you try it for the first time, and how it should look once your horse gets more experienced. You will see all the issues that you might have and how to correct your horse. So every single exercise has a video. So just before you go riding, you can just click on the exercise you want to be practicing, and in a few minutes you will know everything you need. It's a really nice way to progress with your horse, because let's say you start with a young horse that just knows the very basics. You can continue, and always when you just go one step further in a blueprint, it's never going to be too difficult to learn the next exercise. If you try to skip if you just know the exercises over here and then you try to skip on some exercises in the expert section, it's probably not gonna be possible. If you just take it one step at a time, you will be surprised how quickly you will find yourself doing even some of the very difficult exercises like shoulder in and walk, half pass in walk, or even counter canter or half pass in canter. It's really impressive what can happen if you have all the steps and always just take one step at a time. So this is the training process blueprint. I really like it, and I believe that it's going to help you a lot. You can also click over here and download it, so you can print it out and take it with you. Then there is the ground control. Ground control has 3 longer training videos, and they cover more things. Ground control basically shows you everything from the very beginning, from the very first things that I teach to my horse. So for example, it shows you how to teach your horse to walk on the lead rope. It shows you what to do when he's afraid and he doesn't want to walk. And it also shows you what to do when he tries to run away. You will see how to react in these situations and how to get your horse to walk with you. Then you are going to see all the other steps that I use while training a young horse from the ground. There are 4 videos. You start with the very basics, and then in the 3rd video there are also going to be some more advanced techniques, including using side reins and getting your horse's back really healthy and stronger so he's ready to carry the weight of the rider. So that is ground control, saddle control, trail control, and then there is precision. Precision is not really like saddle control. The point of precision is that you watch the video once and you will learn just basically few simple principles and exercises, and then you will be able to get your horse to really always go exactly where you want him to. He will not be always kind of going somewhere else, trying to take you to the exit of the ring, so he will try to go home. He's always going to be going exactly where you want him to. This training you can watch once, and then you will just see a huge improvement in the way that your horse will start really going exactly where you want him to. It's not something like the saddle control. It's sort of, you can be following for a year and just be learning one new exercise after another. This sort of like you watch once and it helps you with a particular aspect. Then what you get, of course, with all my trainings and as a member is access to what I call an online horse riding coach. When you click on a coach item over here in the menu, you will see an online horse riding coach. Over here you can basically ask me personally any sorts of questions. Over here you can see some questions that members were already asking, and if you scroll all the way down, you can just click over here and ask me anything. Ask me any sorts of questions and I will give you advice. Then just click submit comment after you are done writing. You can of course also send me videos of you writing, and then I would be able to help you even better than if you just write a question. You also get access to our private members only Facebook group. You can do that by clicking on a group thing over here in the menu. You can use the Facebook group to ask me any sorts of questions. I do my best to answer every single question that gets posted in the group. You can just write a post and ask me anything. You will receive an answer from me and most likely from other members as well. But it's not about just asking me questions. Of course, you can also find other members in the group who might be living in your local area. Also, you can post pictures and show us any issue or a success that you had with the picture. Or you can even make a video. If you post a video with the problem that you might have, I'll be able to give you advice almost as good as if I was physically standing over there. So if you post videos, you'll be able to get really good advice. And also you can just post videos to share your progress with other members. Also, exclusive training content gets posted in the group. I watch out for what people in the group want the most, and then a few times every month I make a video. For example, this time I made a video about how to do it so your horse makes the circle bigger while lunging. Some members were having issues that their horse was making the circle smaller while they were lunging him, so I put together a short video on how to ask your horse to make the circle bigger. There is some really exclusive training content that's not gonna be released anywhere else. I encourage you to really be active in the group and get the most out of it. If you are a bit shy and you don't really want to be posting anything, you can always just join the group and be watching out for what's going on over there and enjoy the training content that I post. Considering that you are still watching, I recommend that you give it a shot. It's just $1 for the first month. So just scroll down on the page and click on the button. For just $1, you'll be able to enjoy everything that I have just showed you for a full month. If you decide to continue, I'm going to charge you just $17 per month. I'm looking forward to see you in the members area. Happy riding!